Well, for those of you who haven't met me, my name is Boyce Morris. I think I've been in Philly ring for a little minute now. It's been 10 plus years. Yeah, just about. But I'm still making my way around the world. I'm still trying to be known everywhere. So if you haven't followed me, follow me now. And I own the radio station called The Voice Hour, guys. If you are artists, throw me some music. Let's make this a real independent radio station here. That's what we're trying. That's the goal. That's the #1 goal.
That's the vibes. So how long you been making music?
Since I've been thinking since I was 5. Professionally writing my own stuff since 11, 12 years old. I composed my first song when I was 17 years old, going on 18, called Heart Stop. That's actually going to be on this new album. It's a revamped song. People who know Boyce Morris know that song. Okay, that's like one of my very first songs that I ever put out. I think I got introduced into like the Philly Ray at like 17, 18 years old, really pretty young. So everybody who's like still here and they've been 15 years plus that's in Philly and well known do know me and, watch me kind of grow up. I'm 28 now. That's a long time ago.
You look so much younger than that. You like at least 23.
You said like at least 20. Wow. See, I like that. I like that. That means I'm going to look young for a longer period of time. I don't want to look old.
Yeah, very.
I don't want to look old.
It's nothing like a youthful spirit. You feel me?
Definitely.
So you write your own music, of course.
Yep, I'm a singer, songwriter, producer. I do it all. Y'all. I think the only thing I don't do is probably shit. I acted before too. I used to go to school for that too, but I don't think I'm as great. But can I? Yeah. But if I was to say if that was my weakest point, I think it's acting. Other than that, I think I got the whole 9 yards.
Right. So are you interested in ghostwriting for artists?
I have ghostwrited for artists. For certain groups, I know certain groups don't really like to, display that they have songwriters, but I have wrote for at least 2 or 3 groups, 2 girl groups, 1 boy group in Philadelphia. Wrote for a couple of rappers, also got to do some mainstream writing and stuff as well too. I had an opportunity back a couple of years ago with Mall Gates, who is the owner of Heat Factory Studios. And I did a project with him for Cardi B, actually, and did some writing for Cardi B. So that was an opportunity that I got to do some mainstream writing as well, too.
Right. So you rap as well, huh?
Yeah, I do it both. I mean, I think a writer should be able to do both, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I rap, but I don't know how to sing. I got a little harmonizing going on, but...
It's different for a rapper. I feel like a singer should be able to rap too, because I mean it's kind of easy. If we can sing the words, we definitely can say it. So you should be able to do both. There's some people who can't really kind of get in the mix of doing it, but as far as the writer is concerned, I can do both styles. It doesn't matter what it is.
I think you're unbelievably gorgeous. Like, are you interested in modeling?
You know what? I'm actually going to get back into doing my makeup transitions. For y'all who watch me go through that part of my career there, I did some stuff for Ulta Beauty and Urban Decay. And I was doing beauty transitions. I would use the Philadelphia artist songs to transition my makeup looks. And I'm actually going to start going in full-fledged with that for CoverGirl, because that's what we aiming for. I think I should be the face of something. If I'm going to do something, I think that should be it.
Right.
I can sell some makeup. I can tell you that.
Like, what else? Like, it seems like you're a jack of all trades. So you have any other passions besides making music?
Any other passions besides making music? I do like to coordinate stuff, parties and things like that. I do like to coordinate stuff. I've always done that since high school, but it was always music orientated though. In some way, I'm always got to sneak some music in there, because a party is not nothing without the music and the entertainment. So you really can't have one without the other.
Right.
So I would say if that's the thing, makeup is really like something that I'm into. But yeah, for planning parties, rallies for people, pep rallies. I used to do it for high school. I do show showcases and stuff like that. I'll help and, you know, help other promoters put together showcases with some ideas, some artists. I know how to gather the people.
Right? How important is choreography to you?
It ain't really important if you're not that type of artist, to be honest. I've had background dancers plenty of times. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Background dancers are the hardest people to fucking keep. Okay?
Right.
That's why y'all always see singers and stuff with different dancers every single time, because you might get that one choreographer that might stick with you for a long while, but as far as it comes like with dancers, they come and go. Like they're so freelancing, it's not even funny. So they kind of go with wherever the wind takes them. So you can't really hold on to dancers. Like you'll be finding yourself auditioning a lot.
Right.
For different people to perform behind you. And I feel like that is a lot of hassle out of my performances personally, because I don't be caring about that. Because when I get on stage, I just go. I'm going to perform for you, you know? So I feel like if you can't stand alone as an artist, then, I mean, there's no shame. Like some artists can't dance and stuff like that. That's not their thing. They're like more of the sultry stand at the mic type of person. I find myself to be like engaging in the crowd. It depends on what song I'm singing though.
That's why I asked you, because I love your moves. Like you co-starred my video, and I think that you're good at like leading choreography. I think you could teach a lot of people how to move. Like I think you got dope moves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I'm alright.
No. You know how to move the people music. Like I see you do it to other people's music. I see you do it with my music, your own music. Like, so I thought that you like value that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, for sure. I mean, it's not something. I mean, I teach like full choreography, like Beyonce and shit like that. Hell no, you know, because I'm like,
I think you could. I think you could.
I ain't got that patience. You know, I used to dance on what is it called, praise and worship and stuff. I did all that in school. They made us take dance, and they made you take everything in theater. I went to Freedom Theater as a kid, where they made you take all of the sections of the building. It did not matter what you majored in. Although I was a vocal arts major, they made me take dance. I had to take ballet, tap, jazz, hip hop, all of those classes. I had to take acting classes, which is how I got pulled into the plays and did a couple of plays. It was just an all-around school. It just taught us about the all-around aspect of being a performer, but also taught us a lot of business savvy things as well too, to be smart about. And I think I took a lot of that and I learned from it. I had my own shit that I did that I was like, shit, I don't think that was a good idea. And you learn from them as an artist. So now as an older artist, I do tell younger artists, like, that's somebody trying to play games with you. I know when somebody's trying to play games with you. Okay, we got too wise and hip to the game.
You can see it in your work though, that you had like some type of professional grooming. You know what I'm saying? In every area, vocally, like your choreography, like I said, and the way you like you do, how you conduct your podcast. You know what I'm saying? You do a lot of things professional, man. And that's why I wanted to do an interview with you, because I wanted people to shine a light on more people that's in the city doing professional work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The work important. So, like, what about, like, who influenced you coming up?
I love Alicia Keys. Like, she's the first person who I say I love. And also, God rest her soul, Aaliyah was my favorite. And I've had a lot of people say that kind of my music kind of resembles Aaliyah just a bit. And sometimes the way I dress or the way I look influences kind of that look. I really loved her as a kid growing up. I feel like she was the original Beyonce before Beyonce became Beyonce. You know, we love Beyonce. We're not saying that, Beyonce is the queen and stuff, but I feel like if Aaliyah was still here, it would be a little bit different of an era, because I feel like she was really the one that was top ranked, and she had that look, that sound. It was just, I was obsessed with her. Still to this day, I'm obsessed with her. I love her.
Like who have you collaborated with in the city?
Ooh, I did a lot of collaborations. I did a lot of music videos for people. Shit, I think I've been there, damn near everybody's event. As far as features, I want to say I did a feature with DJ the Singer, You Might As Well. I have Pacino on the list. I've done your music video. I did a couple of Pacino's music videos. I did some other outrights of a young artist named Young Lil. I started a video for him, music video, and did a feature with him as well too. I'm a feature artist, but when people ask me for features, I find myself rapping more because it's the rappers that ask, and I'm like, sure, you know. But as far as like an R&B type of feature, it's only DJ the singer. That's it.
I would want to do both with you. I need a song with you singing, and I need a song with you rapping, like real rap, because I think you dope.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, what things you got in the works?
Well, right now I'm finalizing my album. I got Mr. Denard Watson. He's like a programmer for BET Awards and a lot of award shows that we see on TV. He's the guy that comes up with the sound that a lot of our favorite performers perform to, you know, those type of theatrical tracks that we watch them perform their live stage segments to. So he's responsible. Right now he's on tour with Giveon. So it is very hard to get into placement with him to be able to, you know, we're finishing and finalizing the album as he's traveling. He doesn't have a lot of time. So like I told him, I'm not on no label. Okay, I'm signed to my motherfucking self, to the Voice Hour radio show is who the fuck I'm signed to. And if I want to put this shit out in 2065, I will. You know, the point of it is that I get it done, and when I do it, it's quality work. That my people that want to hear me sing, that want to hear my work, are gonna be like, yo, Voice, I played a whole album back to back, not just one song. I feel like that's a mistake that a lot of artists have nowadays because it's such a push on deadline to get stuff out in certain quarters, or to try to beat one another with like album plays and stuff, that I feel like it falls short on the music. It doesn't come out as good as it should. And a lot of you guys are really talented, but I hear some of your albums and I'm like, I only like one or two of these songs. It's not giving. You know? And
how many projects have you dropped?
I have my very first project I dropped at 19 years old, which is the Voice Project. I have Questions album, and Undiscovered has some music content online, but I've decided to actually take some of those tracks off of line and add them to the R&B Diva for you guys as an extended play album. So this will be my third album I'm going on. So I try to work on albums.
What was the second one called?
The second one is called The Voice. The first one is The Voice Project. The other one is the Questions album. That's you guys' favorite, with Oceans on that album there. Right. And then we have Undiscovered. That was an EP, but I decided to make Undiscovered a part of the R&B Diva. So we're gonna go and revamp and add those into addition to the new album, so you guys get a longer album from Voice. Because people are like, it's only 7 songs. So now it's 11 on there. And I want to fucking know if y'all know every last song on that beat. Okay, all 11 that I took my time on.
Speaking of being independent, like, would you sign to a major label?
I'm afraid I'm going to have to say no on that, because I feel like I would have to sign away my freedom as well, too. Yes, and it's not even a freedom thing of like, I feel like it's called selling your soul. So a lot of these deals that the artists sign, they're not happy in them. Like, if you watch, a lot of these people who get signed, they get signed so quickly. Like, oh, he just got signed. Where is this artist? I haven't heard from them since they got fucking signed. A lot of them are on like shitty ass deals, and the money is coming out of pocket, but it's not returning to them. They're getting a lot of these endorsements, these gigs. They got to do these hundreds of little shows in small venues, and I feel like that would be starting over myself from something that I felt like I already did. I did every small venue in Philadelphia. I've done the bigger ones. I've gotten to that point where it's like, okay, I want to go to the next level from here, so I don't think it's fair for me to have to start all over again. And that's where I feel like they would start me back at, just being a brand new signed artist.
I think you're very business savvy and you good at this industry. Like, I really see you being a star one day. And I wonder, like, are you interested in grooming artists yourself?
Yes, that's why I want this radio station so bad. And I had somebody tell me, this lady, She knows me, but she don't, you know, like know a lot of stuff. And she just called me one day and said, Voice, I just got to tell you, this is a message for you. But she said, you're going to have everything you want. Unfortunately, you're not going to be like the main like pop star. You're not going to be a pop star and that's only it. You're also not just going to have the voice hour and that's it. You are going to be the face of something. Do you see the way that you look?
Right.
She said people are going to like your look.
Right.
You're going to be the face of something beauty-wise, and I can tell you that. And when you wake up in the morning, you're going to remember I told you that. And I'm kind of like starting to steer my direction towards that because I said, I mean, I'm not bad at selling shit. You know, I've done a couple of makeup places, even animal stores. I worked at Petco for years, people who know me. And I sold the hell out them animals. I mean, I could sell you an animal and you didn't even fucking want one. And you took it home and you was very happy with that, you know? So I think that's just my place.
Right.
I'm meant to, you know, influence people, but I think in a good way. And I think it's with the overall just persona and beauty. My music and everything will be added to it, but if people will listen to it more willingly because of who I am from something else. So I think that's kind of my direction.
Right, right. Like, who would you like to collaborate with in the industry?
John Legend is one because I really love him. That's my guy. Because he can play the piano really well. Tamar Braxton, I love her. She can really sing. I would want to write something for her because I feel like she would sing it to capacity, and it's gonna be a #1 hit if I wrote it for her. And of course, Chris Brown. I love me some Chris Brown. I never changed my mind about that. Chris Brown. I would love, love, love to sing with Chris.
Well, like, can you tell me like 3 things you dislike about the industry so far?
That it doesn't go off of talent anymore. That they also don't want artists that are like, it seems like they don't want artists that are 25 and over. Mm-hmm. They want them 18, very young, because they tend to sign the deals easier and not ask any questions. And I also don't like the demonic feel of it, like nowadays. It's feeling like real, not too, it's feeling real evil. That's what I'm feeling about it. So I'm like not feeling safe to even be like, I'll sign a deal with somebody because I don't know. You know, things just turning left for some of these artists. It's gotten really dark, really, really scary out here in Hollywood. So that's 3 things I don't like about that.
She spoke about Alicia Keys. Of course, you would want to work with Alicia for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, over Alicia Keys, yes, I would love to work with Alicia Keys, but he said who's my favorite? John Legend. Like, I really love John. It's the voices. It's me as a kid standing next to the stereo singing with these people and hearing my voice mesh with these people. I'm like, I sound so good with him. I think I would sound wonderful with him.
Speaking of voice, what's the origin of your name?
Oh, the origin of my name actually comes from my brother. My brother named me Voice Morris, you know. I went to the studio. I didn't have a name for myself. I was just going to go by my regular name, which is Anya. And I said, well, I just like that name. I could just go by like Anya. He was like, no, because that's like Aaliyah. He was like, you want to do a one-name thing? We're going to think of something when we get there. And I got to the studio, and my brother really didn't think I could sing, for real. Like, he was like, my sister says she could sing, but I ain't never heard her sing before. So when I finally get there and sing, he was like, yo, sis, I did not know your voice sounded like that. I thought you could sing, but not sing like that. Your voice is beautiful. That's your name, Voice. Right. That's your name, Voice, but spell it with a Y, not an I. And I said, oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, Voice. Voice. That's my name.
I love it. I love it a lot. Like, real rap. Like, they said definitely go follow. Right. Y'all don't follow Voice. If you haven't heard Voice, like, do you have any, like, videos out?
Yes, I have a couple. I got Ocean's music video that's currently out. We have Like Me featuring You Might As Well that is out. We have Never, shot by Trev Smooth from the Takes to the Streets Radio. We have that on promotion on theirs. I actually started a lot of videos with Pacino. Like I said, I had a lot of features with him, so you guys can check those out from the other artists. Just type in Voice Morris and everything will pop up. I have Yuck music video shot by Maul Gates, Slay music video shot by Major Motions, Gucci flip flops. I got a lot of music videos. I done did it all. I'm tired.
Like, what do you think you got to offer to the game as far as being an R&B, bringing R&B back? Like, what are you bringing back to R&B?
Actual R&B, because R&B is about rhythm and blues. Rhythm and blues meaning love and hurt. Okay, that's exactly what R&B music revolved around. It revolved around heartbreak or being so in love with some fucking body. It did not involve all of this vulgar stuff that they talking about. I'm like, back in the day when R&B singers would sing about something sexual, you knew it was a sexual song because you had to read between the lines, okay?
Right.
And that was being in a way of a SWV when they talked about it. You know, they didn't say lay me on the bed and fuck me and all this other shit. Y'all be doing too much. Y'all be doing too much. And that's not R&B. Yeah. That's just some slut music. I don't like that. That ain't real.
Right. Do you look at your music as therapy?
Yeah, I do. My son says it makes him go to sleep. Yeah. He can't stand me to sing in here, okay? If I start singing, he's like, huh? Because he can't. He said it makes me go to sleep. Stop singing, you know? Maybe it's just so soothing. I can't, my husband said, I can't listen to your music going somewhere driving. You'll fall asleep.
It's funny you say that because I say, especially singing voices is not good unless it put babies to sleep. And that's funny. He just young. But when he get older, he gonna want to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he gonna want to go to sleep as a teenager. Then want to go to sleep. Okay, don't want to go to sleep right now. Staying up till 2 or 3 hours. You're gonna regret that when it really be chop time. You gotta get up, honey.
Leave a question for voice, man. If y'all got a question for voice, leave it.
Yeah, leave a question for me, guys. And if you're an artist in here, don't forget, you know, all you got to do is just hit me up in my DMs here at Voice Morris or at The Voice Hour and follow that page as well, too. And we'll just get you on the boards to play songs. I play Milladelphia all the time. He's the #1 pick on the station.
I appreciate it, too. And it's like, I'm sending a lot of artists your way, and I really want people to start, like noticing who you are. Like in so many different ways. She's good. She's a good video, like face for your video, dancing for your video. She got the voice for your music. She can rap. She can like write your shit. She do everything. Like, and she's very supportive. And she's very internet savvy. I mean, her algorithm be on the beat. You feel me? So tap in if y'all not tapped in. Like real rap. Like, what's the farthest you ever traveled?
The furthest I ever traveled was to New Orleans. That was the furthest I've ever been farther out. Yep, and down south. I've been to Virginia once, but I don't think it was as far as New Orleans. It might have been, but I doubt it. If the flight was not longer. No, it wasn't actually. It was longer, maybe because I had a layover in New Orleans, but it was like 4 hours. And then it was an hour difference over there down south. So, but I loved it though. New Orleans was popping. I do tell you that. And I got a lot of attention down there standing and singing on the streets. I mean, they loved it.
Right.
They loved it.
Like, if you had to choose one, do you look at the internet as a nuisance or a benefit?
It's a benefit. It can be a nuisance in ways of you making it a nuisance for yourself.
Right. But in your first mind is a benefit.
Yeah, it's a benefit because it's used to reach more people than you actually have around you. You know, so if you're reaching a bigger crowd of people, then of course what you want to be heard is being heard on a bigger bracket or whatever you're trying to sell. I feel like any tool, it's great marketing for you. So the internet is something that we use now. Everybody's using it, TikTok, the YouTube, you know, how we doing it here. They're paying for the views. And that was one thing I said, I don't have a blue check. I've been applying for that blue check for the fucking longest. They still ain't give me that shit. I don't know niggas that bought that blue check way before Meta even offered it to y'all, okay? So we can stop with the nonsense, okay? I'm going to earn it, and that's the way I feel. I feel like people like want it to happen so fast. Yes, I do want things to happen, but I feel like it's going on my own pace and rhythm, how God wants me to do this, and it's just going to go work out from there. So everything I do is for a reason.
I never knew your real name. I think it's amazing. I want you to use it for something. Like, because would you ever be a talk show host? Because that could be a show, Anye, like by Voice Morris. That'd be fire. Like,
a designer named Anye Edgar. Anye Edgar
right.
is the designer, shoe designer.
Yeah. But would you ever have a show like Ricky Lake? Like, would you
like
do that?
Ricky Lake? I would have a show and it would be called The Voice Hour.
Of course.
Because that's perfect. I can literally see The Voice Hour on Fox 29.
Me too. No, that's what I'm saying though. Like, but you're interested in that because your personality is a good host for a show.
Yes, I love hosting. I think I found that as like one of my niches. I like to talk to people because I'm like be thinking the same stuff, and I think I be saying stuff that people don't want to say sometimes, but maybe in a different type of way I can articulate it for people who want to, you know, say things and they can't get it out. Right. I feel like I'm the voice for people who can't really speak for themselves sometimes, because not everybody wants to be feeling like they are not. I don't know what this whole thing is with the internet. It's like you got to look like you're like really popping, and that's not the case. Like, I am not fucking popping. I got to work hard just like every other motherfucker.
You're popping. You're popping though.
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Like when I say popping, I feel as though regardless of the circumstances, you smile, you host, like you take your time off, but you always come back strong. So that's popping to me. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's going to show up consistently. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. Like, you inspired me to do these interviews. You know what I mean? If you don't know, like, real rap. Your presence on the internet, like, dang, I need to do something. What I'm going to do with my live, with my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody should be inspired by you. Or in our area that knows us, like Philadelphia. Like, come on, man. Get on your Voice Morris shit. You feel me? Like real rap.
I'll just do forever, okay? They acknowledge me. I said I got the Philly Hip Hop Awards, okay? They do the Philly Hip Hop Awards every year. I've been at every one. I walked out of the last one I was at. I said, this is it. I can't do this no more. Because I'm going to fuck y'all up. Because I know I don't want to like 6 categories. We ain't gonna stop playing like this, okay? And I used to feel like that all the time because I felt like you had to be validated in that type of way by other people. But then as I start to go on and I'm actually hearing people tell me something like that, like what you said, I inspired you to do something with your Instagram to be like, hey, I want to do interviews too. And you do a damn good job at them and have a lot of people on that I was like, damn, you know what? I didn't know, you know, and that's what shows that our circle is so tight here in Philadelphia as well too, and so close knit. But at the same time, people know what you're doing. So I stopped feeling a type of way about not being recognized for certain things because I said my work is going to speak for itself. And the day that it really speaks for itself, I'm talking about national television speaks for itself. That's when everybody can be like, see, yeah, Voice was the shit. I know her. No, bitch, don't be my friend now. Okay, don't be talking about me now. Because you was not worried about me.
Like,
you was not worried about
me. As far as R&B, like in the city, in Philly, like, cause I'm late. I be looking for voices. You the first voice that I came across that I really want to work with. Is I'm really R&B. That's like my, like, what's your favorite genre of music besides R&B? First of all, before I ask
That's crazy because R&B is not my favorite genre. Hip hop and rap is. Y'all, you guys music.
And I'm the opposite. Like I make hip hop, but my favorite genre is R&B. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I love hip hop music. I do. I love rappers. I love it. I love it. It's the sound of, I've always wanted to do it, which is why I stepped into that lane because I used to get excluded a lot from shows. And Philadelphia first being one of the only R&B singers here. Because to be honest, there aren't a lot that are still present here. We had a couple of, you know Krista Starr. Okay, you guys know Kristen A, Miss Suzanne Christine. We got Corey Wims. Like I said, DJ the singer. These are the people, Reezy. These are the people who are the R&B singers from the time that I stepped on the scene at 18 years old, have been the same R&B singers here. And a lot of them do not sing here anymore. So actively, if I have to say, I think I'm the only R&B singer here right now in this small little bracket that's actually maybe doing other stuff. It may be other R&B singers, but I don't really see them active like that. Not
I was
really.
just about to ask you that. That was the question I asked you. Have you heard voices? But you just named them all, and I appreciate you. Like,
Yeah,
see,
everybody. Shout out to everybody who I named, all the R&B singers that's really the best. They're like the ones who I've known, and they're a lot older than me. You know, like, and this Corey Wims is like way older than me. Got to be about like 10 years older than me. Krista Starr is about like 5 years older than me. Suzanne Christine, 5 years older than me. So these girls have been here beforehand. You know, I was like the new kid on the block when I was coming in. So they like, oh, that's voice, you know, and as I go on, I seen girls come and go. Like even girl groups, like I said, that I've written for, that they're not even, you know, together anymore. They're all solo acts now. It's a lot of singers here, but
right,
I can't pinpoint like actually like be like, oh, they've been putting in work unless I've like been around that person. I don't know.
right. Like, is there anything that you wouldn't put in your material, like that you wouldn't sing about?
Is there anything I wouldn't sing about? Shit. I think I pretty much sing about anything. I'll kick your ass. I will call my niggas to shoot you up. I will, you know. I think I sing about sex a lot in my songs, but it's very discreet. Like, I
Right.
think it's just the way that I word my songs is the difference with my music.
Right.
But there's nothing I wouldn't talk about.
Right.
No.
Anything you want to sing about more?
More love. I want to sing more
Yeah.
about love.
Thank you.
More love.
I wanted you to say that. I appreciate you so much.
Yeah, more love.
That's
what R&B is really about. I want love songs. While I'm, you know, in my moods. You set moods with love songs. I don't want to hear fuck that nigga, fuck that bitch. Why would I want to hear that? And I'm with my fucking man, you know, and I'm trying to be happy at the time. I don't want to be saying fuck him, you know, like, and it seems like the music is very angry towards each other nowadays. It's not like it's not like I love you and I want to be with you so much. Like, no more. Nobody even says love in their songs. I don't think so. Not that word. That word is very, very offensive to people, to some people.
I'm waiting for Puffy to drop. He said at the top of the year, I'm waiting, Puff. Like, you supposed to drop this Love R&B album. Like, where is it at? You know what I'm saying? That Joe, you heard the Joe with him and what's the guy name? Damn. What's the guy name? Man, she the one, my love. I guess I gotta move on. That Joe.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember his name though.
That's the first single off of the album Puffy was supposed to drop. R&B Love. He was supposed to be bringing love back, he was saying, with his R&B album. I'm waiting for
Puffy always trying to bring something back, nigga. Go sit the hell down. You got like 85 kids. Like, you old ass man. Like, I need for him to have a seat. He's got to sit in his grandpa chair. Okay?
They had the best artists, though. We had the best R&B artists. Total.
He did. I mean, like, he did. Like, and that's the point. Like, come on, you're Diddy. Like, why would you need to do that? Why are you doing that? Because it's like
somebody needs to save it. Somebody to save love music. Now.
Somebody, it's gotta be somebody. I don't know if it's me, guys. To be honest, I think it might be somebody else.
No, it's you. I'm depending on you. I'm chatting on you. Yeah, man.
You know, I'm trying my hardest, guys, and like I always say, it's so much with support. I think a lot of people, like a lot of singers, move away from here because they feel like they're not getting the support from their fellow Philadelphians. I feel like I'm well liked here in Philadelphia. Like, I don't have really any big issues with anybody here in Philadelphia. It's not any dislikes or discord. I feel like everybody that I meet, they're pretty much like, I love Voice. She's so sweet, you know, because I'm always nice to everybody. I'm always complimenting and trying to uplift people, you know, put a smile on people's face. So I feel like the factor of that has to, like, it has to be influenced by somebody. And somebody told me, well, Voice, you're the one that always speaks on it a lot and you have a lot of influence with that. So you should show up to stuff too when people invite you. And I had to let that person know, listen, it's not always about physicality that makes a person support you. The fact that I would say it on my platform, the fact that I put it out there and put your name out there and tell other people about you, that is support. Not everybody has to physically be at something for you for it to be supportive, because not all the time somebody can physically make it there. Y'all gonna get mad at me if I'm in Berlin and I can't make it back here to Philadelphia for y'all showcase, but I'm gonna talk about it all the way from Berlin at my radio set up there. Y'all gonna get mad at me. Voice didn't fly the hell back in from Berlin, from her meeting to come down here and see the show. Like, come on now. Like, I'm doing shit so we can fucking have a radio station to put our stuff on, and that's going to be the case sometimes. Not everybody is going to be able to make it physically to your stuff. I feel like there's different ways to support, and it doesn't always cost money either. So,
Right.
you know, you might not have that either. It's times that I've given money to charities, things and stuff like that that Philadelphia people do. They fundraisers, the shows, buy tickets to shows, don't even go, give the tickets to other people. It's different ways that you can do stuff, you know?
What do people misunderstand about you the most?
Shit. I think when people first see me, girls especially, when they first see me, they think I'm mean. Or they take one look at me and they like, oh no, she's stuck up. But the minute that I start talking, I think people be like, oh, okay. And then it becomes a ease, and then people feel so natural around me. They start telling me their whole life story, honey. And I'll listen to it too and give you my thoughts on it and kiss you and hug you goodbye. And I probably will never see you again after that. But the fact is that I was nice to you when I saw you. You know, I never really have I never really am not nice to people. That's what I say, even people that I don't like.
Have you ever heard an insult that you're proud of?
Yes, I've heard an insult that I am loud, and I'm proud of it. That I'm loud. Voice, you're so loud. I can hear you from all the way down the street. I said, you know why? Because my voice projects. It's meant for stadiums, sweetheart. Yeah. That's why. My voice is meant for stadiums. Okay, for when I don't have a microphone on the stage. I have sang at block parties without a microphone. My voice is meant to project. That's because people are supposed to hear me, sweetheart. I take that insult. Great.
Like, when it's all said and done, what would you want to be remembered for?
I want to be remembered for my kindness, for doing stuff for people, actually. That's what I think I will be remembered for, because sometimes I really go above and beyond, and I be sitting back looking at myself like, damn, I really did all of that. And most people would have been like, just fuck that shit. I ain't going to that shit, or I ain't doing that. You know, it's things that I've showed up for people, that I really pushed the limit, that I made sure that I was there for them. And I probably just met them probably like a week ago. And just because we really had that connection and it was music oriented and they really wanted me to be there, I showed up, you know? Right. So I think that that's what people can count on me. I think so. And people will be like, I can always count on her to do something. I think that would be like the greatest thing that I could be remembered for, is that people can count on me.
Right, right. Shout out everybody coming in. Leave a question for Voice Marvis, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real shit, though. You always there when I need you. I appreciate you so much.
I love you,
know what I'm saying?
Too.
What else is it? I wanted to say, damn, yeah, like, if you could, all right, I'm going to say a random. If you could be reincarnated as any animal, what would it be?
A cat. I love cats.
Tell me why. Tell me why.
I love cats because they are like the most independent animals, but the most loyal. People don't think that they're loyal like dogs. They may not be able to, you know, be as big as a dog, but will they attack somebody's fucking face for you if they feel like you're in danger? Yes, they will. Cats are very, very territorial. They're very loyal ass animals. I have 3 of them in here, Mr. Versace, Alexa, and Romeo, and they are my keepers. I would love to come back as a cat because people just treat cats good. And also because you ain't got to do shit. Y'all ain't got to do shit, but just fucking eat it here, okay? This one's sitting on my windowsill looking at me right now while I'm fucking talking. They ain't got to do shit in here. Okay, they relaxing. They got the best fucking laid back life.
If you had any advice to give your younger self, what would it be?
Just be patient. Stop trying to rush things that are not supposed to. Stop trying to make things happen that are not supposed to happen. I had the tendency to try to change things that I knew were not changeable because they weren't good for me. Take red flags right away. If I could tell my young self that, I never took red flags. I swear they could be being catapulted at me, okay? And I'm still like, oh, trying to see the good in that person. Just trying to find the one speck of, I'm like this, trying to find it, okay? Trying to fucking find the good in that person, and there's no good in that person. I think that I would tell my younger self, trust yourself when the instincts say this ain't a good idea, because most of the time it's not. And most of the time when I felt that and I still went against it, it was a bad idea. I ended up in a fucked up situation. So I come a far long way from that.
Real rap though. Would you ever write a book?
Yes. I am actually going to write a book. Actually, I did say that I want to do a tell-all book, but that won't come until a little bit later, until I'm like really satisfied in my career where I'm at. And I know that people are going to read that book and they're going to get some inspiration from that book and, you know, feel like they're not alone. Like actual people that you see become celebrity status are real people. They actually go through things. Like we were real people before the hell, you know, you get to that lane. So you had a life before the life that is given to you, when people try to misconstrue and try to make it whatever the hell they want to make it. That's why I said being famous is really not important to me, but I know it'll come along with it just because of what I can do. But being famous is like the least important to me. I just want to be financially stable and okay. And be able to help people.
So what if you never reach success financially, would you still make music?
Yeah, I would still make music. You know why? Because I feel like even if I didn't reach a success financially with it in a way that was beneficial, I feel like to me, I could get some benefits off of it by doing it for other people. And then it would still make me fucking rich.
What?
It would still make me rich. I might not be the person to sing it and get the success from it. Somebody else might sing what I write, and I'm still going to make the royalties off of it. So that ain't going to make no difference to me. I could care less about that fucking fame shit. No, that don't matter to me. People ain't in your business too much.
If you had one choice, you had to make a choice out of the one or the other, to invest or save, what would you do?
To invest or save? See, that's a hard question. Because I do like to save money, but I love spending it, okay? And investing is very, very tricky because when you invest in something,
you gotta pick one.
Yeah, investing in something, you have to really trust that you're going to get that back. That's like going to the fucking casino and saying, put all 10 grand on the table and leave it there. You know, and just betting your life, you know, it's really like taking a large chunk out of something that you have to have faith that that is going to return back to you the way that you put it in. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about taking leaps of faith with some of those investments, but I would rather save. I would rather save it because if it came on a rainy day that I needed it for something else that would be beneficial to me to make it back, I have the money to do it. I'm not going to put it out on stuff that I'm not sure is going to take or not. It's just on a hope and a wing. Sorry.
I like the answer. I love everybody answer. Everybody say something different, but I like your logic. That was dope.
Yeah.
You know, I would say first, right? See, everybody different. Like that shit deep. That's why I love these interviews. Like, if you had 10 million tomorrow, what would you invest it in?
If I had $10 million tomorrow, I'm going to buy me a house. Okay?
What?
Yes, I'm going to go buy me a house, and then I'm going to pay the mortgage off at that one, and then I'm going to rent that bitch out, and then go and get me another motherfucking property. Okay? I'm going to have properties every fucking where. Real estate calling my name. Okay? Because I could not have one.
Yeah.
Homeless bitch. I got more than one house, bitch. Okay, fuck a car. Because I feel like people that be having cars but no place to live is ass backwards. Like, y'all talk about people that, oh, you still taking Ubers. You're still on the bus. Nigga, you ain't got nowhere to fucking live. Where is you driving your car to? Oh, I'm sorry. That is your fucking house.
What?
You sleep in that bitch. Okay? Fucking $2,000 car, $20,000, $20 million car. Okay, you riding around in the streets in a motherfucking Tesla, and you ain't got nowhere to fucking live. That don't make no sense to me. That's ass backwards.
If you had one thing to say to the youth, what would it be?
Don't be naive, because that shit gets you in trouble each and every fucking time. Don't be naive. It gets you in trouble every single time. I can guarantee you that. If you know that something don't sound right with that, I think you might want to retreat. We know when something don't sound right. We know when something sounds stupid. You know when something sounds risky, and you know what's the right from wrong. We were born with that intellect to know what's right from wrong. And I think a lot of people just want to try to teeter-totter in the middle just to see what side go. Well, I don't want to do that, but if I did do it, am I going to get away with it? Well, let me think on the side. I'm a kind of ride the rail here. You cannot ride the rail. Don't be naive. If something sounds crazy to you and it doesn't sound realistic, it doesn't sound like something that's good, don't go for it. Because more than likely, 100% of the time, it's going to get you in a lot of trouble that you don't want to be in.
So manicures and pedicures all year round, or no?
Yeah. Oh, yes. I get my manicures. I get my pedicures all year round. I don't get my nails on all year round because I break them often. I get really long, expensive nails. They break. They like $200, $300. I'm not getting that done again. Okay? Who paying for that? That's a lot out of my budget for other shit that I like to have. But my toes, I'm going to keep them done because I can't have no crusty-ass feet.
What?
I can't handle crusty toes. You know my toes. You see my toes. Okay, my toes be dying. My toes be dying.
What's three things you look for in a mate?
3 things I look for in a mate? I don't know. I'm kind of bossy. I don't know how my fiance puts up with me. Seriously.
What?
I look for him to be sweet, but also not passive. Like, not too sweet that, like, you doing everything I fucking say. Like, you have some type of thought process for yourself. I don't really look for a partner to be financially, like, more successful than I am. I want you to be stable. I want you to have something that we both can build and work on. You ain't got to work no 6-figure fucking job. I wouldn't care if you worked at goddamn Target and you was the fucking manager there. Okay, it's a fucking job. It's paying. It's good. Are you steady with it? How long have you been there? All right, bet. We ain't coming in and out of jobs. I want somebody that's not, you got to get a new job every 3 fucking months, or you out of work every fucking 3 months. That's wrong. Like, because nobody wants to deal with that. So I think financially stable, when girls say that, I think it's misconstrued by men as like you have to be super wealthy. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm just asking for somebody that's going to work just as good and just as hard as I am, so that we can do things together. And he gotta be good in that damn bedroom. I'm sorry, that's an important aspect. That's an important aspect, because you can't look past that, even if he got finances. I know a lot of women will go with guys because they got money and shit like that, and nigga dick be like this, okay? They can't do nothing worth a damn, and she be sleeping with other people. That's unfair to people, because now you're just using that person for what they can give you, and it's not a full connection and commitment there. I feel like it should be like the full attraction to the person, love for the person, and respect for the person. If you don't have all 3 of those things, then that ain't real. That's not real.
What's your dream vacation?
Shit, I want to go. I was just talking about that yesterday. Wow, I want to go to Jamaica. I want to go to Jamaica. And I want to stay down there for literally 2 weeks in a nice-ass Caribbean spot on their beach. I want to eat crabs that I caught, every fucking thing. Cooked fish. I want some real oxtails, okay? Yes, with the rice and peas, all of that. I want all that good food. I want to go down there and smoke, eat, and drink, and dance at parties.
Right. Like, how you feel about my questions?
I like them. They're pretty good interview questions. I'm gonna have to take some of your questions. Okay, let me answer the website. You know, I'm trying to keep it music orientated for them, because they like to talk about themselves. The rappers like to brag about how much they got going on. So I try to keep it more orientated. But that's what kind of day and age we're in now. Like, a lot of these kids are like a lot younger than we are.
Right. So
I kind of feel old now at this point, that I'm like, damn, I'm 29 next year. I'm an old lady compared to some of these young girls that are out here on the market.
I think you guys stop telling your age because you can't see it. Don't even say it no more. Just retire it. Chill. Thank you. I appreciate it.
My cousin was like, no, you need to be 23 forever. That's it. He said the same shit. We will just take that age and run with it, because you're not, don't say that shit. I said, 9 years old. I'm almost fucking 30.
Who your top 5 female singers of all time? Then we gonna do male singers.
Top 5 female singers of all time. Ooh, y'all put me in a linky position.
Too old era. Too old era. All the way back. Go all the way back. Then Aaliyah era. Then now.
Oh, go all the way back. Shaka Khan, Whitney Houston. Those are 2. Shaka Khan and Whitney Houston got the biggest voices. Then we got Jennifer Hudson and Jasmine Sullivan. They are very sultry. They can sing really well too. Then you got Alicia Keys and Aaliyah on the lighter voice side. I feel like they are the best singers. If they was my top 5. I know Beyonce. Beyonce too is everybody's favorite, of course. I think she's the best entertainer in that aspect. But she can really sing as well too. Has a beautiful voice. But I feel like she has like the overall entertainment aspect of her to put her on the list.
What about your male singers? Top 5 male singers of all time. Back in the day, mid, and now.
Shit. Back in the day, who can I say? I'm really some old ass guys. I didn't really listen to them. If I would say who I heard the most from my dad was Luther Vandross. He liked him, and he liked the Temptations. My dad loved the Temptations. Like, I know every goddamn song of them.
Solo singers. That's groups. Let's do solo singers.
Solo singers.
Because you a solo artist. That's why I'm asking you that.
As far as old school, the only guy that I really know of is Luther Vandross like that. Oh, and what's the guy's name that sings Creep, Creep, Creep with who what the hell is going on? The demon sees a bit my own. That guy I heard 1,000 fucking times. Okay. Tyrese, I really like Tyrese as a singer. He has a beautiful voice.
Mr. Biggs, Capricorn Tyrese. Shout out my Capricorn.
Yes, Mr. Biggs, Tyrese. I like Tyrese. I like Tank as well too. He can sing very well. And my 2 newest ones, Chris Brown, and I would have to give the voice to who do I think is better? The Weeknd. He's quite talented.
He is.
And Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars as well too.
He
can sing.
Say that. Yup. Yeah. Like your top 5 favorite movies.
What's my top 5 favorite movies? Including kid movies too?
Yeah.
All right, The Little Mermaid. I love The Little Mermaid. I was ecstatic when I found out that Haley was playing her. Okay, yes, very hyped to go see that. I love, what's another good movie of mine? Enough with Jennifer Lopez. I really love that movie. She was really good in that movie. I liked also The Fighting Temptations with Beyonce. I like that. Cuban Gooding Jr. I liked The Gang of Roses. That's an old movie too. People don't really watch a lot. And I guess from the newer universe, I would have to say John Wick is my favorite right now. And I went to go see 4 yesterday, and it was amazing.
Thanks for letting me know that. I gotta go see it now.
Go see it. You're gonna really love that.
It's funny you say Gang of Roses because I've been collecting my black cowboy posters, and I need a Gang of Roses poster. It's the only female black cowboy movie.
Those are my girls. I love that movie. I love that
crazy
movie. And it was because Lil' Kim was in it. She was one of my favorites. I liked Lil' Kim as an actress when she would get in movies.
Top 5 female rappers of all time.
Of all time, Lil' Kim, Da Brat, Nicki Minaj. She has made the list. Who else? Salt and Pepper. Of course, can't forget them. And MC Light.
I like your list. Yeah. I'm so thankful to have you on the show, man. On my interview. Ain't a show yet.
Oh, yes. It is a show. It is the Milladelphia show.
What? The damn guy show.
The damn guy.
Real rap.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Shout out Biggs. Shout out everybody. Like, anybody you want to shout out when we get out of here?
We're going to shout out all of the artists that are on the boards at the Voice Hour radio station. That's including you, Mel. Milladelphia is on the boards at the radio station. I play him each and every week. I just played him on my last segment, guys, Swirly, on the Voice Hour radio show by your guy, Milladelphia Gates. That is my shit. I love it.
If you come up with the idea for that video, that would make you, what, the director?
Yes, it will make me the director.
Yeah, I want you to direct that video for me.
And I had that shit. I had a very, very good idea for that. Very good idea for that. I'm gonna disclose that in your DMs because people be stealing. Next thing you know, everybody got that concept. And I'm gonna say it. You know, it's just so funny. Don't do that, y'all. Y'all be taking each other's concepts and shit.
I gotta talk to you all night about right here. I'm going to see Coolie D and Coogee Rap. Schoolie D and Coogee Rap tonight.
Hey, oh, they got a battle, don't they?
They having a show tonight. I gotta get ready to roll.
At 10 o'clock?
It started at 9, but my ride here to pick me up now.
All right now. Go ahead and get out the door.
Milladelphia Gate B, East Coast half-down from the back block, Philadelphia mascot, a.k.a. the damn guy with voice bars. Sign in, check in, tap in, voice hour. Hey!
Love you, baby.